In order to get a consistent set of imagery for our growing 2A history project, we draw cartoons of Second Amendment advocates. We draw these live during our
Almost at the Firearms Expo.
and sometimes in multi-hour marathon live chats we call 2A media workshops. Our goal is to share the skills and techniques and the software that we use to create these and to inspire others to create Second Amendment content. In this series, we'll speed up the drawing of these cartoons so it's almost animated, and we'll focus on the activists and the projects that they represent.
Next up is Alexander Roubian of the New Jersey Second Amendment Society. Since I don't know Alexander, I'm going to read the description from the appearance with Riding Shotgun with Charlie that was written by Riding Shotgun with Charlie. He says, Alexander and I first met at the Gun Rights Policy Conference in 2016 in Tampa. After the conference, we both went with Mark Walters and Alan Gottlieb to a radio station to be on Armed American Radio. I've also been a fan of the Gun for Hire radio podcast, which has had Alexander on several times over the years. When I was headed to New Jersey to film some other shows, I reached out to Alexander and asked if he'd be up for filming a show. He had an unfortunate experience that led him into gun ownership. He grew up in a gun agnostic house where guns weren't really talked about. He was 20 feet away from a gang initiation which involved killing someone. He decided it was time to get a firearm. After seeing the ridiculousness of the process to get a New Jersey firearms permit, he reached out to Frank, founder of the New Jersey Second Amendment Society, and joined the group. Within 5 years of joining the group, he became the president. Every time I've had a passenger from New Jersey in the shotgun seat, we end up talking about how absurd the laws are in that state. Alexander gets into how New Jersey's strict gun laws cause deaths, like the woman who had a boyfriend who came out and said he was going to kill her while she was waiting to get a firearms license. She was killed by him. Just like he said, if the state hadn't dragged their feet for 43 days, I guess, from when they started the process, she may have been able to save her own life. Some of the games they play in New Jersey have things like that having to apply, but only on Mondays between 9 a.m. and 11 a.m., saying that you need good reason that satisfies both what the police want and begging to get a license to possess a handgun. I believe many of the residents call the licensing process a scheme. So the New Jersey Second Amendment Society is also working with someone who doesn't have any criminal violations history, but they're still being denied because the chief of police doesn't think it serves the public interest. This leads to only the rich who can hire to get an attorney to fight the case will be offered to get a permit. This is what they call gun control loophole. It's any method the anti-folks can use to make it difficult for someone to get a firearm. Charlie goes on to talk more about New Jersey's laws there. It's great to hear the Second Amendment Foundation and the Firearms Policy Coalition are teaming up with New Jersey Second Amendment Society to work on cases so the citizens of the state can eventually have the right to keep and bear. With people like Alexander fighting for rights of gun owners in New Jersey, we need to keep supporting them. Many in New Jersey say what happens in New Jersey doesn't stay in New Jersey, so if you can, send the New Jersey Second Amendment Society a donation. Right on, so that's a description of their conversation. Leave it at that. Let us know in the comments what you think. Till next time, thanks for watching.
So let us know what you think. We'll be watching the comments wherever you find the video, over on gunstreamer.com or on guntube.org.
Thank you for supporting our projects. If you'd like to buy us a cup of coffee, check out our Patreon channel.
The guys and gals of gunwebsites.com encourage you to take a CCW class every year, practice at least once a month, and carry every day. Thank you for watching gunwebsites.com.